Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about how do I balance a full-time job with being a part-time YouTuber. Having a full-time job is a thing that most of us do, and being a part-time YouTuber is something that a lot of you watching this video might want to take on. Now this is more of a how I do it. I'm not saying I do it perfectly, I'm not saying I couldn't do it better, because I definitely can, but here are some things that I learned along the way. The first thing you have to understand is that YouTube is a lot of work. There's no going around it, right? It's not just as easy, oh yeah, I'll just record a 5-second clip and then post it. I mean, yes, you can obviously do that, but that's not the point, you know. If you want to be a YouTuber, if your end goal is being a YouTuber, then that's not the point. With the amount of time such videos might take, it honestly depends on what type of content you want to make. Quality content takes a lot more time than more scrappy content. What do I mean by that? So the videos I do on Crank It are fairly complicated, as in they're scripted, they need a lot of b-roll, they need a lot of shots, they need a lot of filming that happens outside of this apartment, so I can't just easily do it on any day of the week. So those will obviously take time, and you can see it in my upload schedule because I post 1 to 2 videos a month, which is bad. I need to get better on that. But coming back, right? So if you want to post this sort of like really highly produced types of content, these will take a long time for you. There's just no going around it. There's also the more straightforward type of content, like the one that you see on this channel, right? This is just me talking to a camera, slight bits of editing here and there, but it's pretty straightforward, you know. It's easy to edit. I can shoot it at any time of day because I am in my living room right now. I just have a light and a camera and that's it. So I can shoot it at any time. I can edit it fairly easily. This doesn't take a lot of time, but even a video like this takes quite a few hours to do. You can't expect yourself to put 1 video a day while having a full-time job, realistically in the beginning. Sure, there are people that might do it, I'm not one of those, and statistically, you're probably not one of those either. That being said, your speed does increase as you get used to the process. So in the beginning, you're gonna have to figure out some stuff like how do I film, how do I put my lighting, stuff like that, what works, what doesn't work. You're gonna get to optimize that workflow in time. And that also applies to editing, because in the beginning, you probably don't know a lot about how to edit a video. It doesn't matter what software you use really, but in the beginning, there is a learning curve and it's pretty steep. But once you get to midpoint on that learning curve, things get a lot better because you get used to stuff, you get used to shortcuts, you can create a bit of a system for yourself so that basically whatever you want to do will take less time. So the way I organize this is I do not have a strict schedule because realistically I couldn't. What I do, I divide my things into big things and small things. Small things are the things that I can do even in between breaks at work, when I have 1 to 2 hours left in the day, in the evening, or something like that. That can be, I don't know, brainstorming some ideas for videos, writing bullet points for a clip, maybe even writing a bit from the script of a clip. All of these things can be done in like shorter periods of time, like between half an hour and 2 hours. The second block of actions is the long ones. Whenever I need to go shoot a video with a bike, that's gonna take me at least 3 hours of my day. So that's a long block. So that I can't easily do in between, I don't know, a break at work. So I either have to do it before work, after work, if the time allows, or in the weekends. And this is actually a good point to say that weekends are your friend. Look, there's so much you can do in these 2 days of the week, right? Saturday and Sunday, that you can basically accomplish a lot more during these days by being focused on your videos than just trying to fit things in between in the middle of the week. That does mean you might have to, or you might want to sacrifice some activities you do on the weekends. One thing I found to be really important though is to don't beat yourself up. It's okay to set timelines for yourself, to set deadlines, you know, like, okay, I want to get this video posted by the end of next week, for example. And if this was your full-time job, yes, it's perfectly fine to have a strict deadline like that. But this is not your full-time job. And things just come up. Maybe you're just really tired after work, or maybe work took longer than expected, or maybe social friends gathering things happen, I don't know, social life stuff. My point is to not beat yourself up over missing one of these deadlines, because you're not doing any favor to yourself. Once you miss a deadline, that's it, like the fact is consumed, right? You can't go back and unmiss it, so there's no point in hangering on that specific thing. And I found that if you beat yourself up too much about this, it becomes so stressful that you're really likely to drop it. That's what I did with this channel, and with Crank It as well. Initially I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video every 2 weeks because I need the quantity on my channel and blah blah blah. But then I realized that it wouldn't make me happy if I drop the quality on the Crank It channel, and sometimes it's just not feasible for me to make a video every 2 weeks, you know. Sometimes I just can't. I strive for that, I want to get to that point, but I'm not gonna beat myself up until I get there, because if I do that, and if I constantly blame myself for failing to do something, and not accomplishing anything really, nothing productive. This is also where it's really important for you to enjoy the process, because when you're replacing a fun activity that you would do outside of work with doing YouTube or doing a YouTube channel, you are taking away some of the fun in your life. If doing this, if shooting videos, if the process is fun, that's perfectly fine, because you're replacing one fun thing with another fun thing, it evens out. But if this is a chore, then sure, it's gonna work in the first week, first month, maybe first few months if you're a determined guy, but then you're gonna see that the channel is still not getting any traction, that you're still not blowing up as you expect it to, and you're just gonna get demoralized and you're gonna say, okay, not screw this. You can't really start this without liking it. You can't start making videos and expect yourself to be constant about it without really enjoying this process. And this is, I think, a mistake that a lot of people do. They see these YouTubers that, oh, it's so easy to make money out of YouTube. Yes, it can be, but you need to really enjoy it to get to the point where you can make money. I am not perfect. I could definitely do it a lot better. I could find ways to be more consistent. It's hard for me now in the winter because it's hard to shoot bikes because, well, I'm sure if you see it, but there's snow on the ground. So that's a bit unfortunate. The point is, if you are going to balance a full-time job and this sort of part-time YouTube thing that you want to do on the side, it's definitely possible. What's really important though is to set realistic expectations of the volume and the quality you want to make. It's not good to sit 3 months and not do a video and just to make sure it's like the perfect quality out there, but also just dumping out stuff from your phone every day might not be what you want to make either. And again, it's not gonna make you happy, and if this thing doesn't make you happy, you're most likely gonna drop it. So this was the video. I hope it made you realize sort of how much work does this YouTube thing take. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less than you expected. I don't really know. But this is how I do it. This is how I try to manage my time. Also have a social life in the meantime. But yeah, that being said, thanks a lot for watching this video. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions on how to manage your time while having a full-time job and doing some YouTube on the side. And until next time, have a good one.